Now, Apple, they were behind in AI. At that time, it was called, artificial intelligence. It's no longer. Now it's Apple intelligence because Apple did something that nobody talked about, except unless you watched here. It did something that everybody seemed to completely sleep on. They were accumulating AI direct products and different types of stocks that were out there. They went out on a huge run and just bought. But now they got to prove that they've got something there. So I think that's what people are looking forward to at the WWDC. This is a big deal. This is already kicking off. It's kicking off today. It's an amazing thing. People's anticipation of how Apple's going to actually use that AI. What are they going to do with some of the stuff that they've done from what they've bought? What are they going to put it into? I think it's pretty interesting, Mark, because you go back to May, this was a $173 stock. Well, just the other day, we were pushing right on those highs just under that 200 level. We're not far off of that right now. If they produce something today that's very interesting, we might see a little bit of a pop even further, maybe new highs, I think, for Apple.
Well, listen, Pete, there's no doubt Apple's been on a spending spree like my ex-wife with a platinum card when they're trying to catch up with all of the other innovation that all of the competitors have been developing in-house. Apple just went and bought it. And when you got that kind of free cash, you can do that. Now, this is a stock that's been beaten up pretty good on news that there are competitors in China that are rapidly and consistently stealing market share from Apple. Questions around whether or not in a higher for longer interest rate environment, people are going to want to splurge on the new iPhone 15G or whatever the hell it is that's just got a slightly better camera. Certainly wasn't compelling to me. But we've been saying this for a while now. It almost doesn't matter what Apple comes out with when it comes to AI. It almost doesn't matter, Pete. I'm going to tell you why. Show me another company on the planet of Earth that can launch an AI something and put it on 2 billion devices with one upgrade or one mouse click. Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Does not exist. People have been asking when. We've been saying this Worldwide Developer Day was the day that Apple was going to choose to make that AI announcement. I think they're going to make it. They haven't made it since I was watching before we went live. Maybe they have. I think we're going to hear it today, and the stock's going to move to the upside. Mark my words.
And there's one other thing, Mark, that everybody forgets about Apple, which is one of my favorite stocks. Everybody always used to tease me about Apple because at CNBC, I talked about it all the time. And then all of a sudden, everybody else did. But the one thing about Apple is they don't care if they're first. They want to be best. And so keep that in mind when everybody's saying, well, they haven't done it yet. Well, they haven't done it yet, but we might hear a little bit more about it and what they're going to do over the next couple of hours or whatever happens at the WWDC.